Thank you for tuning in to WDRB Media, the voice of the community. The only station giving you double the information and inspiration. You're listening to A New Day with Juicy J.
And Mr. Bay.
Hey. All right, so we are back again. This is our second week up, and this week we're going to be honoring the elders. And before we get started, I wanted to do a little bit of self-promotion and talk about the Blue Crew and some project that we got going on. Since we're talking about empowering the elders, we have partnered with the Ezekiel. You go ahead and say it, Mom.
With the ERDL Foundation, and ERDL stands for Ezekiel Ruth DeLoe Foundation, which is a senior foundation here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Headed by Miss Maria C. Macon, who we will be later interviewing on the show.
Yes.
So she wasn't able to get here today, but we're going to call in and do the interview. Thanks to technology, we can do that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
So, let's go. You want me to go first or ladies first?
I think you should go first. We're honoring our elders at this point. You go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I am the elder. So today I want to talk about the Red Door Project and what the Blue Crew is doing for the seniors in the community. And by way of our program, through our training program with the youth, we are actually servicing with the ERDL Foundation and Miss Maria C. Macon through our Red Door Project, where we're going into communities. So far, we've done 5 different communities, 5 different households, 5 different doors, and we went and repainted the red doors onto the entry of these people's homes. And we'll get into more of where this idea came from when we get Miss Maria on the line, and we can get to, kind of talk about how this program started, talk about how the Blue Crew came into being to be a part of this project, and where it's headed. So we got the city involved, and we got a lot of people that are excited about it. We're excited about it because we get a chance to give back and also train our youth up and teach them how to go out and do some good in the hood, if you will. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. So, big up, shouts out to the Blue Crew. I guess we can pat ourselves on the back for that.
I think one of the good things that I liked about the Red Door Project is that we were able to incorporate both the youth and the elders into one umbrella, so to speak. So we were able to get some of the youth out to be able to help with painting of the red doors and seeing how important it is to really help the elders and to check back on them. So that was one of the things that I really enjoyed about it.
Yes, and since we're talking about the elders and growing, a lot of people have these these fears about growing older. Now you look at people that's 50, they look like they're 40. The 80-year-olds looking like 60. So,
right.
The age factor is not the same as it once was, where you're looking at seniors. I won't use the term elderly, because just because you're up in age doesn't mean you are an elder, but a lot of people, I think it has a negative connotation to it, where, you think about people in a nursing home or something like that. But we actually talking about growing, aging
gracefully.
Yes.
Right. And still keeping our youth while we're growing old.
Yes.
But that's a fear that some of the elders or the older people have, or the seasoned community has. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing the show and bringing Miss Macon on to bring some enlightenment to that.
Right. And so since we got a little time, let's go up with the Zuri. I know Zuri has some products for the elder women here that is quite special. So you want to tell us about the products that you have for, I want to say, it's really for anyone.
It's really for any age, but it's actually called the Yoni oil. And when I first created it, I created it to help women that are premenopausal and postmenopausal, because it helps with vaginal dryness. And so it's an all-natural lubrication, which is more healthier and better for the yoni area.
What is the yoni?
Than the KY.
For those who don't know, what is that?
So yoni is a Sanskrit word for vagina. For those that do not know what that is.
So it's a vagina oil.
Or a central oil or lube.
Can you eat it?
It is edible.
Oh, really?
Because it is an all-natural product.
Okay, y'all hear that right now.
And it is probably one of Zuri's best sellers at this point in the business. So that's pretty good. But What I really love about it is the testimonies that I get from women who say how well it is helping them, and it's going against some of the things that their GYNs are telling them. But considering the fact that it's all natural, I just get rave reviews. So really,
All right.
really pleased about that.
So this week, again, we're going to be honoring the elders. We're going to be honoring them by doing some work around their homes.
Yes.
And we're going to be working on their bodies through the Zuri Yoni Oil products. And those who have not tried the Yoni Oils by Zuri, I mean, I would highly recommend it. So, let me go into what we got next. So, the next thing we wanted to do with this show is highlight some of our elders who have come and gone. And both our grandparents have passed away. And so we wanted to honor them with the music today that we're going to play. So we decided to have some fun with the show. We wanted to bring in some music that we thought would represent our elders.
Who are now ancestors.
Yes. And so my grandfather, well, two of my grandfathers, my father's father, my mother's father passed away. And then my grandmother, my mother's mother passed away, and then my father. So I got four of my ancestors that we're going to do some music. We're going to jam. We're going to have some fun. We're going to hear about some great things going on in the community and how you can be a part of that. So you want to say something about your grand peoples?
So for my elders / ancestors, I will be honoring my grandfather, who was my mother's father, my grandmother, who was my mother's mother, my grandfather, who was my father's father, and my father.
All right. So we say their names.
Ernest, James, Robert, and Grandma.
And Grandma. This Grandma, huh? Okay, that works. Well,
I was raised as Grandma, so that's funny. I do not really know my grandmother's born name.
Wow.
Grandma.
That is amazing. But it also goes to respect, too, I guess. Back then, the elders, they didn't really take too kind of... I used to get in trouble for asking questions to my great-grandmother, who actually was my great-aunt, but she raised my grandmother because my grandmother's biological mother was actually killed by her father. And so that kind of, I was always asking questions, so he used to get me in trouble a lot.
That causes for a switch.
Yeah, well, she couldn't catch me. She was kind of up in age then, but anyways, that's funny.
It is funny to me.
I got a lot of whoopings as a child, but not from my great-grandmother, though. So she would just say, boy, you just ask so many questions, I would never stop talking, but anyway, so I'm going to give honor to my grandmother. I'll start with her. My grandmother Clara, which we call Zet. And then my grandfather, which was her husband, my mother's father, Robert Holler. And then I want to give honor to my father's father, who passed away a couple of years ago, Marvin Morris. And then my father, who also passed away 2 years ago, Daryl Robert Morris.
And that's who you're named after.
Well, yeah. Well, I changed my name, but I'm still Daryl. I'm still a junior. So I still claim that flag. I still claim my family name, which is Morris. And I'm proud of my family. And I really want to take this show and show that, And also, for those of us who don't know our parents, our grandparents out there, it's good to have that connection to your family.
That's true.
And learn about where you came from and what your people did before you. So if you have that privilege to do that, be grateful, because there's a lot of people out there who don't. So, yeah. So for those who don't, this is for you too.
I definitely think that the grandparents and your great-grandparents, if you're blessed enough to have them in your life, they have great stories, and I think it's always lessons once you take the time to actually listen to them. So if you are able to actually have them in your life, it's truly a blessing, a double blessing if you have great and great-greats. So on that note, we're going to thank our sponsors for this show, which are the Blue Crew Painters, LLC, located here in Charlotte, and Zuri Bath and Body, also located right here in Charlotte.
And let's not forget our last final sponsor, Fortress Network, LLC, who is also located here in Charlotte. We're going to be getting them on in the next week or so. We got coming up the Black Black
The
Wall
Black
Street,
Wall Street
Charlotte.
of Charlotte.
We've been talking to them about getting them on the show so they can come on and share some things. For people that don't know, it's a lot of great things happening in the world of business, a lot of great opportunities out there. So we want to bring that to the people and show you how you can take your idea and turn nothing into something. So that's what we all about. You know, that's what I do as a painter. You know, when I go into homes, a lot of times, you know, the house is not in the greatest condition, and we got to come in there and perform magic. So, you know, it's like such is life. You know, when you got something that's not so good, we want to, you know, take that and turn it around and make a positive out of it. So
Absolutely. You got to see the positivity in everything.
all right, so I'm looking forward to having Fortress come in here and the Black Wall Street of Charlotte and others. So if you're interested in coming on the show, please by all means contact us, and we'd love to have you on here. We'd love to see about what you're doing in the community. And in the meantime, let's get this music going because I'm ready to jam. All right.
You're listening to A New Day, and we're your hosts, Juicy J.
And Mr. Bay.
You're tuning in to WDRB Media, the voice of your community, the only station giving you double information and inspiration. We'll be right back after this break.